I'm Carl Pearson, and I want to make a confession to you. I know how the United States can quickly overcome its current financial crisis, but have to confess that I don't know how to get my message through to the right people. Maybe you can help me out after looking at this video. The name of this video is Censorship of Local Stimulus Plan. Some preliminary facts that I want you to accept, I want to review with you. The first is, number one, that the major media is not telling you what you should know. I think you know that now, but you need to accept that statement to believe that I have a workable solution. Because otherwise you would be saying, if you have a workable solution, obviously the press would have reported it by now. But that's what I'm complaining about. They don't. After you hear my solution, you hopefully will conclude that the major media, which incidentally is going bankrupt, deserves to be bankrupt for how it's failed the public. Two, the second fact, small business creates jobs in the United States while large businesses put residents out of their jobs. You don't see millions of people being fired by small business. Instead, what I think the record will show is that small business becomes the employer of last resort, and when people can't get a job, they turn to self-employment, meaning the smallest of small business, to earn a living. Now, that's totally consistent with the idea that small business is what generates the jobs in the country. That when the big businesses have failed, it really is up to small business to provide the employment. The third fact, when millions of people are losing their jobs, there will be millions of small businesses being created out of necessity to avoid starvation, homelessness, and other deprivations. And finally, four, what the country needs to do at this time is to develop a system for small businesses to be created and to flourish. At this point, I want to tell you what I have created to replace the vanishing job market in the United States. And also, I want you to conclude that the media is overlooking a major story, and it's up to you, I believe, to conclude the reason that they're doing it is that the program is good and would change things. And of course, the media isn't out for change, the major media. I've created a task marketplace in my website, myclads.com. Here's myclads.com. It means myclassifiedadvertisements.com. Here is how my task marketplace can turn around the depressed economy in the United States. The economy is in a deep depression or deep recession because of the inability of millions of people to find gainful employment, known as jobs. But jobs are not the only way to be gainfully employed. There is also self-employment. But jobs are not the only way. And my task marketplace can produce income of about $100 to $200 per day, 5 days a week or more on the average for each participant. This amounts to $25,000 to $50,000 per year without any withholding of taxes and without any payroll deductions, because each of the participants would be independent contractors and entitled to receive 100% of the money they charge for their goods and services. Here's how my task marketplace works. It's centered around a town or village to achieve maximum effect for the least cost. Advertising per participant is lowest when all of the participants are in the same area, because we only then have to use local low-cost advertising to market the goods and services of all of the participants. Here's what I'm looking for. One or more towns in the United States with a population between 5,000 and 25,000 people. I need to have the cooperation of the elected officials because I will need town money to pay for the local advertising to bring in income to the town's residents. This is similar to the way cities such as New York City advertise in foreign countries, such as Spain right now, to bring in revenue to some of the businesses in New York City. The big difference is that the advertising would be in the 25-mile radius surrounding the town and therefore stimulate the local economy, and it It would be for the benefit of everyone in the town who takes the time to register their goods or services on the website, all of which is free, I should add. The website advertising is done by keywords to describe the services or goods being advertised. The advertiser has a database record with his or her name, address, zip code, picture, website address, and certain other information. The advertising picks up the zip code and is entered as keywords, one set of keywords for each advertisement. Some typical ads could be tutor quantum mechanics, plow driveways and roads, mow lawns, run political campaigns at state level, answer any questions concerning Microsoft Word, or jury selection consultant, Christmas lighting and decorations, legal consultants on sections 351 and 368 of the Internal Revenue Code, repair flat tires home service, assemble IKEA desk model AT566, $75. There are billions of tasks and goods which could be described, and there is a need for a new type of position, in fact, self-employment, hopefully, as a, quote, task manager, unquote, to help persons in describing the tasks they want to advertise in myclads.com. I urge everyone to think of about 500 tasks to advertise, different tasks, a different set of tasks for each person. In my website, the ads remain there as long as you want. They are free, and they're associated with your zip code, so that when a proximity search by the purchaser is made, the closest advertisers to the purchaser will be found through the zip code radius search and not the ones outside of the radius search. After I get a cooperative town to work with me on getting residents to register on the website, the town will then advertise the residents' offerings to the 25-mile area around the town, which is equal to 2,000 square miles, by the way, spending perhaps $25,000 to $50,000. I strongly believe that the typical participant will be able to earn at least $100 or $200 per day, which is $25,000 to $50,000 per year per participant. And towns with residents earning that kind of money don't have unpaid mortgages, and they have a tax base enabling the town to provide the needed services, including the advertising of the town task database. Each participant would be a small business person, and the town would create a small business for each of the residents participating in the website at a very low cost per participant. This is an obvious way to create prosperity for a town and its residents, and I really don't understand why I'm having so much difficulty in getting any town or village to do this for its residents. Can you help me out and send emails to your elected leaders and get them to look at this video, and then follow up with them to set up a meeting between me and them so I can answer any questions they may have? Remember, I'm not getting a penny for any of this. I'm doing it because I believe there is a workable solution to the nation's economic problems, and I can't think of any faster solution than what I have just discussed right here. If you are interested in discussing a specific town or village, please give me a call at 212-307-4444. And here are the websites and my telephone number. Thank you. I look forward to hearing from you.